Do you hate yourself when you've just wasted another day on your phone? I've wasted approximately 5 years of my life to my phone, but I completely changed. So I don't want you to miss out on this video because I'll teach you everything you need to know to have the same transition as me. So over 6 months ago, I quit everything. I stopped watching TV shows, movies, social media, and even YouTube. I don't even watch this stuff. So this is what we'll go over in this full guide. Step 1, fundamentals and misconceptions about screen time. Step 2, how to actually reduce your screen time. And the last step, step 3, how to maintain for life. But before we fully dive into this guide, I just want to say that this isn't a normal video. There's no hyper edits. There's just real actionable steps, and you can put your full trust into this one guide. So stop watching all the other bullshit screen time videos that are just meant to stimulate you. And also, for the entrepreneurs, later in this guide, I'll show you how you can still use social media productively without consuming on it. So put 100% of your focus into this one guide. Stop reading the comments. Stop looking at the recommended videos. Put the video on full screen. Let's go. Step 1, fundamentals and misconceptions about screen time. So the first step is actually knowing why the fuck do you want to reduce your screen time? Like, why do you actually want to reduce your screen time? So if you're an entrepreneur, you already know it's you want to make money online, you want to build your business, you have this purpose, etc., etc. But if you're not, you need to find a reason, because if not, you're not going to reduce your screen time. Your time is spent equally productively watching a TV show as it is you like doing anything else, because you're wasting your life, right? You don't have a reason as to why you're reducing your screen time. And I've put approximately 50 people onto this like protocol per se, and I haven't heard anyone say anything bad about it. And the only reason why people actually reduce their screen time is because they have a reason to. Everyone else will quit. They will think it's too boring. There's no reason why. So actually find your reason. And it's actually very commonplace for people to get stuck. So in the beginning of 2022, when I was first trying to reduce my screen time, I didn't have any reason as to why I was reducing my screen time. I just thought, oh yeah, I should probably reduce my screen time. Then it took me an entire year to even try. It took me 1 more year of failing, 1 more year of really trying where I also fucked up. And then in 2025, so it took me 3 years to actually quit. Then in 2025, I quit and I've been clean ever since. So here's your first actionable step. Figure out why you want to reduce your screen time. Like, really think with the thought, why do I want to reduce my screen time? Why do I want to become the person who doesn't scroll? Really sit with the thoughts, think about it. Maybe even write it out. You could write a comment, win-win, you know what I'm talking about. So here is why reducing your screen time will make your life 10 times better. And it will also help you with finding your why. So I used to spend so much time scrolling. I would wake up, I'd grab my phone, I'd start scrolling. Then, oh yeah, I need to get something to eat. I'll go out of bed, go make some like oats, something like that while scrolling. I'd eat it while scrolling. Then I'd bike to school and, oh yeah, let me just like, don't. Then I'm scrolling. I'm waiting for something, food, etc., etc. I'm scrolling. Then I go to bed and I just have my last 5 minutes of scrolling, right? Oh yeah, I'll go to bed in a little bit. I'm not that tired actually, and I'll just scroll for 5 more minutes. You know the deal. And the cycle goes on and on and on. So this is just to put this into reality. If you waste 3 hours on your phone or PC or TV every single day, that's 21 hours a week. If you waste 5 hours on your phone /TV /PC a week, that's a full-time job. That's 35 hours a week. So just to put that into perspective. And these are the things that gets improved when you actually reduce your screen time, cut it out of your life, everything like that. And these things are so crucial if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to become successful in any area of life, if you want to get good at studies anyway. Like these things are crucial basically. So you'll get way more time back. You will have way more focus. You'll have way more energy, way more motivation. Your health will be better. I've just noticed that I've started to run way more. Just started to go out on walks, be out in nature way more because I do have the time now. What can I do inside? It's like your health will just improve. You'll have way more clarity because you're not seeing like, oh yeah, what did Donald Trump do? What did Kamala Harris do? What did this random influencer do? Oh, these guys broke up. Whoa. Like you'll have so much more clarity because you just have one perspective instead of having to view 1,000 people's perspective. You'll be way more intelligent because Now you're spending your time actually learning. You'll have way more control over yourself, less mental fog, more creativity because you don't copy other people. You'll have less decision fatigue, which is very important as an entrepreneur. You'll have no more chronic procrastination because there's nothing you can really procrastinate doing. You'll stop doing the constant task switching, better attention span, more deep work. As you can see, it's 6 a.m. right now, and I woke up an hour ago. So, less procrastination, less distractions, improve connections with friends and family. This is a big one actually. Reduced anxiety and stress. You'll be healthier. You'll improve your mood, higher self-esteem, less comparison and insecurity between other people. You'll have less fear of missing out. You'll have way better sleep. You'll save 32 years of your life. If you spend, I think it was the average, which is like 6.5 hours a day, you'll waste 32 years of your life. So obviously you probably don't waste that much time, but there is a chance that you actually do. So adjust this to your needs. It might be more or less than 32 years. And all the other stuff, this is the biggest one, all this stuff butterfly affecting into each other. So if you have better health, your focus will be better. If you have more focus, if you have more clarity, these things will improve on each other. So I could go on and on and on about like more benefits, but it's like, it's a lot of benefits. It is worth it. So, and all of this just means that you'll be able to focus 10 times more on your business. Like literally imagine your competition versus you. You being the guy who doesn't scroll at all, and your competition being like scrolling, just waking up and going to bed and just scrolling, fucking up their sleep. Their mental clarity is fucked. Their focus doesn't like work properly. Whereas you could actually become the person who could do that. So your actionable step is now to go look at your screen time on your phone. If it's over 3 hours, this is an urgent problem. If it's over 1 hour, this is something that you should focus on. If it's under 1 hour, you're probably not watching this video, so shut the fuck up. See how much time you waste on your phone, PC, and TV a week, and just try and estimate it, because obviously some things you can't estimate 100% clearly. So, misconceptions about screen time. I used to work at McDonald's in, I think it was 2022. I would be walking around the lot, picking up cigarette butt, picking up like the fat people's trash, basically having to put it in my like big plastic bag, and it's windy and it's flowing all around, and I have these tight skinny jeans on and these uncomfortable shoes, and I'm just walking around there saying to myself, gotta do a dopamine detox, because the first misconception is people think the way that they reduce their screen time is going on to a dopamine detox, like a 7-day dopamine detox. I would be walking around a lot thinking to myself, oh, gotta do a dopamine detox, gotta do a 7-day dopamine detox, and then I can reduce my screen time, and then I can become an entrepreneur and I can make money online. This is a big misconception. This only works for the people who don't have a problem with screen time, but you're watching a video about reducing screen time. You do have a problem with screen time. You can't just use this easy, quick 7-day fix. You need something different. So here are other examples of it. Oh, buy a dummy phone and then you'll fix your screen time. Or put away your TV, put your TV in your closet, or some weird shit like that. It doesn't work for people like us. They think, so the misconception is thinking you need to do this one big action that will change your life completely, but it's just not true. Here's another misconception is people look purely at the screen time in and of itself, but it's not an accurate measure of how much time you've actually wasted. So let's take this for an example. You go on vacation, you go to, I don't fucking know, the Netherlands, and you go to the Netherlands and you're traveling, you're away from family, and then you get a FaceTime call from your family. Do you take it or do you not take it? Because it will technically give you more screen time. Obviously, if you're not an idiot, you would say, oh yeah, it's family connection, pick up the phone, talk with your family, but it gives you more screen time. So should you do it or should you not do it? Obviously you should do it, but this is just another misconception. So when I told you just earlier that you should go look at your screen time, I meant go look at the wasted time. So look at the Instagram, look at the Netflix, look at the fucking Snapchat or whatever you use. You need to look at that stuff. Don't look at the FaceTime. Don't look at the WhatsApp that you spend, like, etc., etc. And here's another example. Let's say I'm warming up some people, or I'm giving advice to people on WhatsApp. Technically giving me more screen time. And also, right now, when I'm recording this video, I'm using like this notes app, right? That's also giving me more screen time. Should I stop doing that? Should I just, oh yeah, fuck, I'm not gonna record this full guide because it'll give me more screen time? Obviously not. I'm not an idiot. You're not an idiot. So yeah, try and look objectively on the screen time. Is it bad? Is it wasted time? Is it a good spend of time? And then if your screen time is fucking 24 hours a day, but it's just reading, be okay with that. That's okay. Stop looking at your screen time as this one-dimensional thing. Realize that it doesn't matter. It's all about the time that it was spent on. It's all about if the time was wasted or well spent. Also, scrolling, TV shows, movies are all bad, except for movies. There is a dichotomy to this. And I'm not one of those pussies who will say, oh yeah, you can watch a movie a day. I'll get to why there is a dichotomy to movies, but you probably think, oh yeah, fair enough. So I'll get to it. So hopefully now you will still do the good thing because you realize that screen time is a fucking bullshit measure. So also, another quick misconception is that entrepreneurs think, oh yeah, I can't cut away Instagram because I'm using it for business. Yes, you can. I will get to it later in this guide when it fits. So the mindset you need to have when you're starting to reduce your screen time. So there are two ways that I've found of going about actually reducing your screen time. There is the first version. The first version I call fast and forceful. So FF. Fast and forceful. It requires high willpower, high effort, short time frame, and it often involves something crazy like a dopamine detox or a 7-day, something crazy like that, which I already talked about was bullshit. And it also has a very low success rate. It's very easy to relapse. And the risk of doing something like this is you'll burn out and you'll just like fuck it up basically, right? And when I was trying to quit my phone originally, this was the way I was trying to go about it because it was all people was talking about. But just follow my method, it will work for you, okay? So the second method is the slow and systematic one. So SS, FFSS. This is the second one, slow and systematic. So this has very low willpower needed. It has a lower daily effort. It takes way longer to see results, but that's the kind of like the yin and yang. It's like you need to put in some effort, but it's in the price of time instead of the price of effort. So it focuses on identity change and not on willpower. And we'll use that. We'll do that using my onion method, which I'll also get to. So it has a very high success rate. It is sustainable long term as well. And the benefits is that it will last basically, I'm 6 months in and it's very easy. It's just a normal life for me now, right? It has lasting change. There's way less like friction to actually getting onto it and start reducing your screen time. And it works even if you're busy. It works even when you're tired. It works even when you're like mentally drained and whatever. So in this video, I will be talking only about the slow and systematic way. And if you think that's bullshit and you don't want to listen to it, click off this fucking video. It will not help you. You're too impatient. You will not see results in this. You need to go with the slow and systematic way, because if you were like made to go with the fast and forceful way, you would have already been successful with it. You would have not watched a screen time video. So go with the slow and systematic way. That's what I'm going to preach in this video. So here's your actionable step. Figure out what you want. If it's the slow and systematic way, then stick to it. And if it's the fast and forceful way, get off this planet, get off this channel, right? So just fuck off. You're hopefully still here. So that's because you went with the slow and systematic way. So step 2, how to actually reduce your screen time. This is the most important step. And please make sure you follow through on this. So the first step within step 2 is I will tell you about the onion method. So this is an onion. It's very small, but I will use it to represent your wasted time on screen time. Before I fully explain what the onion method is about, if you're an entrepreneur and you want my help to actually reduce your screen time so you get guaranteed results, click on the first link in the description. I will guide you one-on-one through the whole protocol, make sure that you actually get it done, accountability, yada yada. You're tired of hearing about me. So click on the first link in the description if you are that. If not, just keep watching. So what is the onion method? So here are the key concepts about the onion method. So this onion represents our wasted time on our screens. It represents our short form content consumption. It represents like TV shows, it represents the movies, it represents like social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, it represents like your Reddit, it represents like all of these weird stuff, weird shit that you're doing, like Clash of Clans, whatever you're like doing, right? So that's what the onion method explains. So the way that we actually reduce our screen time with the slow and systematic way is we peel away one layer. So for example, let's say that your biggest problem is short form content. Then you peel away that first. I'll get to all of this also a little bit later in the guide. So you peel away the layer, right? And then you swallow that. Don't want to swallow it, to be honest. Instead of trying to swallow the entire onion, because you can't do that, right? So yeah. The reason why we only peel away one layer is because the onion also kind of represents our identity. If you just try to swallow the entire onion, you try to smash it, it doesn't align with your current identity. This is important stuff. It seems like I'm just talking about weird shit. It's very important. It doesn't align with our current identity. So by us just peeling away one layer, you saw me peeling, just imagine I peeled it all the way around. I peeled away this layer. Can you really see a difference? Not really, maybe you can a little bit, but it aligns very much with our current identity. So that's why we can do it, and it doesn't hurt that much to change that small part of our identity. And then eventually imagine you peel away one layer. Oh yeah, you ask someone, oh, what's this? Oh yeah, that's an onion, that's an onion. You peel away another layer. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, that's an onion, that's an onion. You peel away another one. Onion, 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 onion. And then eventually they're like, oh yeah, what the fuck is that? And then they don't know. And then you've completely changed. You've become like a different person just from like one layer off. So yeah, once your onion becomes a weird little ball, that means that screen time is very clean. Once someone can't notice that it's actually an onion, then the screen time is very clean. So here is the time-based process. Why did I say that it takes a longer time to actually reduce your screen time with this method? It's because if you peel away one layer and then you wait like 10 minutes and peel away another layer and another layer and another layer, you'll just fuck it up. So you need to wait 14 days. I know it's a lot, 14 days. I peel away one layer and wait 14 days and then peel away another layer and wait 14 days. Yes, you do, motherfucker, because this changes your identity. When you try to rush it, then you fuck up. When you go slow and you make slow progress and you peel away one layer and then you wait 14 days and you peel away another layer, that's how you actually make progress. Because now your identity starts to get aligned with that. Your perception of yourself changes at the same rate as you peeling away the layer. Whereas when you smash the onion, it is so much of a difference and you'll just fuck up and then, I don't know, you'll start doing some fucked up shit, right? So, yeah. Wait before you peel away the next layer and this will form your new identity. So it's still aligned with your current self, yada yada, still changing you. There's gradual transformation and it's not cold turkey, it's warm turkey. Anyway, I heard this one dude talking about that this was cold turkey, but cold turkey doesn't work, this works. Your actionable step is from now on when you're thinking about your screen time, imagine the onion, okay? And peeling back the layers and think about it in that essence instead of thinking about, oh yeah, I need to reduce my screen time, let me smash the onion, let me try to swallow it. No. So what is your desired position with your screen time? So everyone has different desired position. I'm talking with some people, oh yeah, I still want to watch anime, bro. Get off this channel, bro. But other people want to still watch YouTube. But once you get on this path, you realize YouTube is also a bullshit place. So I have a method, I will briefly talk about it, about how you can still consume YouTube in audiobook form. So I don't watch YouTube videos. I have a very specific limited amount of people that I listen to and then I listen to them like an audiobook. So I don't watch it, no stimulation, no ads, no recommended videos, no distractions, right? So some people still want to watch YouTube. Some people, their desired position is to only read books, and other people, they want to still listen to like podcasts and read books and listen to like education, etc., etc. You need to figure out your desired position. The key is, what would your dream life be? Because you can actually achieve that. Right now it seems unreasonable to only listen to audiobooks and listen to podcasts and only read books. It seems very unreasonable, but would you want to become that person? Would you swap, if you could just snap your fingers that would be like the position you're in, would you do that? probably. So set that as your desired position. And then focus fully on this guy. That's another side point. Some people half-ass it. Some people just they try to start meditating and then they also try to reduce their screen time and they start, oh yeah, I also need to start going to the gym and I'll start copywriting and I'll also start a YouTube channel and I'll also, if you reduce your screen time, all areas of your life will be improved. So just focus on this one guide. Just make this your focus. What the fuck? Just focus for 2 months time. Once your screen time is completely clean, then you can focus on the other stuff, and then life is fucking good. You can fully focus on it. It'll be a superpower. It'll be your superpower over other entrepreneurs, over other students, whoever you are, right? So once you've decided on your desired position, just go to that position. If your position was oh yeah, I want to only listen to podcasts, only audiobooks and reading books, right? Then actually get to that position. Don't pussy out halfway because it gets difficult. Just tell yourself, okay, I'm going to get to this position. I'm going to stay there for 14 days. And if I want to leave that position, if I want to try and put the layers back onto the onion, I will do that. But for now, just do that. Okay, so identify your layers. So before I say anything else, you need to understand that we go from the most damaging layers. So the outer layers are the most damaging, and the further in you go, the cleaner the kind of bad habit is, the better it is, right? So how do you actually identify what your layers are? You need to kind of be subjective about it, but I have 3 measures that you can go on. So ask yourself, right now, how did you feel about you playing Clash of Clans yesterday? How did you feel about you scrolling short form content yesterday? How did you feel about your TV shows that you watched yesterday? Because when we look into yesterday, then we can look from a more objective perspective and we can actually think logically about it instead of us scrolling and just yeah, scrolling is a very good thing. So you need to have some perspective on it. So trying to think about what you did yesterday and if you feel good about that. That's the one thing. The second thing is, how much time did you spend on it? How much time did you waste on it? For example, if you don't feel that bad about, I don't know, your Reddit use, but you spend 5 hours on it, maybe it's something you should focus on, right? And the third thing is, what is the general perception of this one bad habit? Do people usually think that short form content is a bad thing? Then it probably is a bad thing. Do people think Reddit is fucking weird? I don't know. Then it probably is a bad thing. But also, yeah, if you want my help, first link in the description. So those are the 3 questions that you need to ask yourself to kind of rank your layers, right? So we go from the most damaging ones to the least damaging ones. So you need to, so this third step of identifying your layers is creating your personal map, which I want you to try and do now. You can do it in the comments and you can kind of look at what other people have done, and it's a win-win. It will boost the algorithm and you can kind of see what other people have done, and then, oh yeah, that one dude talked about Clash of Clans. Yeah, maybe I should reduce that as well, right? So here is an example of of this map, right? So the first thing is short form content. Then we have TV shows, movies, entertainment, YouTube videos. We have games like Clash of Clans. Then we have edutainment YouTube videos like Mark Rober. I don't know anyone else. There's I Did a Thing and Nile Red, I think, where they're doing entertainment videos, but you're kind of learning something from it. Then there you have heavily edited, fully educational videos. So that might be Alex Hormozy or something like that, under 20 minutes. And then you might have YouTube in general, so that you cut away everything. I actually forgot to put in social media like Instagram and TikTok, but yeah. So here's your actionable step. Think about just a few layers. You could write them down below. That would mean a lot to me. It would be a win-win. So right now, go to the comment section, write out your layers, just approximately. Just be oh yeah, I spent time on that, and I think that is more than that. And then you can kind of look at other people. So I think that would be very great. So go do that. So this is a very important step. How do you cut away each layer systematically? So I'll only go over how to cut away short form content, but you'll still have the principles so that you can cut away the other stuff. But short form content is the most prevalent one that most people are struggling with, so it will be very helpful to you. So also at the end of this tip, or at the end of this step, I will tell you how you can use Instagram and stuff for business. without consuming the bad stuff. So the first thing about cutting each layer away systematically, think about the onion. Imagine you peel away one layer. Everything that's left of this onion is okay. When you go onto this protocol, it is okay to watch TV shows, if that's not one of the layers that you've just cut off. It is okay to watch a movie. It's okay to watch Mr. Beast videos. It's okay to watch like Mark Rober videos. It's okay. Also, I had a question from a guy about like this whole thing. Once you've cut away, like for example, short form content, and then you cut away TV shows, you don't start watching short form content, just to clarify, right? So let's start with short form content. How do you actually cut that away? The main principle is the substitution. It is being okay with watching a movie. For example, let's say you come home from work, you come home from a workout, etc. What you usually do is you are tired, you go to the couch, and then you start scrolling short form content. If you start the protocol and you go do that tomorrow, like you come home from the gym, you use this like mindset instead. You watch a movie instead of the short form content, and it will seem like, oh yeah, but a movie is long and I'll probably just waste more time doing that. Just fucking do it. You have not tried it. If you do this, you'll realize the power of it. You like, when you're watching the movie, you're like, oh yeah, this is fucking stupid. Let me just go take a shower and eat up real quick. And like, also that's just that. And then it changes your identity and everything like that. Just fucking do it, okay? So replace it with anything better. It's also the thing is like, the movie is objectively better for you than scrolling short form content. So just the fact that you're watching a movie instead of scrolling short form content is better for you. You are making progress. So just do it. I know a lot of people have like weird like beliefs about this, but just do it. And on the second link in the description, there's like a free community. You can talk with the guys in there. They will change your mind. So yeah, obviously don't swap it for something that's worse. Let's for example say that you're scrolling short form content and you're removing that layer. Oh yeah, now I'm gonna go like smoke weed, bro. You know what I'm talking about, right? So this third step is maximizing friction. You already know about this, so I won't go that much into detail, but it's basically just set up ad blockers. I recommend there's like 3 different ad blockers that are like popular. You can use no scroll, you can use screen send, and you can use one that I use called block. Just download one of them. Block YouTube Shorts on your PC, download the extension Unhook, delete all the bullshit apps, like use browser extensions on your PC, hide like the shortcuts from your phone, like hide away YouTube, etc., etc. Disable all the notifications on your phone so you don't get the trigger to consume, and change your phone layout. These are tactics. It's not a method. There is a bunch more methods, like maybe like 100 more tactics, that you can use to actually reduce your screen time, but it depends from person to person. So if you want it to be customized to your needs, click the first link in the description, see if you qualify. But in this video, I'm talking more about like the overall method, the mindset and everything like that, so that it can actually work for you. But these are some of the tactics that you can use. Just have some form of friction so that it's difficult for you to open short form content as fast as you usually do, where you could just pick up your phone, like literally, you could get the desire to scroll short form content and within 2 seconds you're scrolling. If you could just delay that into make that into like 30 seconds, then the likelihood of you remembering, oh yeah, shit, I was supposed to not watch short form content, let me put on a movie or something like that. And also the movie method, it needs to not be permanent. It needs to be something that is, you get over very quickly so that you like cut away the next layers. Just realize that this is not a permanent fix. It's like you do it as a stepping stone towards your desired position, right? So at the core, just focus on the substitution. So cut away 1 layer at a time, wait 14 days, remove it fully, have high friction so that it's difficult to actually get to it, and then substitute it with something different. Also the reason why all this friction stuff doesn't work when you're just trying to do it normally is, oh yeah, I have to wait 30 seconds to watch my shorts. Let me like on my way to the toilet, let me quickly open it up, lay it down, I'll like go take a shit and then I'll start scrolling, right? So you'll just break through them. You need the mindset change, which is what we're doing with the onion method, right? So here is how you still use, for example, Instagram productively as an entrepreneur without scrolling, without wasting time on it. So yeah, this is actually a very big problem for entrepreneurs. So this is exactly what you do. When you're, for example, quitting Instagram, you're cutting away that layer of your life. One thing that you can do is you can just literally tell yourself, I'm not gonna use Instagram on my phone. I'm only gonna use it on my PC. And on my PC, I'm going to download extensions for it so that I can't even watch shorts, or I can't even scroll reels, sorry. Then you download either anti-gram, like Instagram, but instead of Insta, then it's anti-gram or IG+. Download one of them, and then you need to tell yourself, okay, I only use my PC for like Instagram. I only use it to answer messages on my PC. Just fucking do it. Oh yeah, but I have to, yada, yada, yada. Shut the fuck up, bro. You only answer on your PC. It's more important for you right now. You can go back to using it on your phone if you're very mindful about it, etc., etc. Just do that, okay? So it removes the reels, and I'm pretty sure it still lets you keep I'm 100% sure that it still lets you keep the messages, which is the most important. You can still post content, etc., etc. So here's your actionable step. At the end of this video, I will force you to quit the first layer of the onion. I will force you to peel away a layer. So just kind of know what your first layer is and visualize yourself quitting it. If it's short form content, visualize yourself coming home, sitting onto the couch, and then pulling out your phone, seeing that, oh shit, yeah, I don't scroll, and then you like putting on a movie or something like that. Visualize that. It will make it much easier for you to, when you're actually in that position, to overcome it with that small little bit of willpower that you have to use. So here's a problem that a lot of people face. What if you accidentally scroll? What if you went on the phone, you didn't really think about it, you started scrolling? What do you do then? So this can sometimes happen. Sometimes you slip. I haven't in the last 6 months because like it's not that difficult, but some people slip. So here's exactly what you do if you do accidentally slip up. You have to first cut it off immediately. Just as soon as you like realize, cut it off immediately. But the only way that you can cut it off immediately is if it was one of the two ways that you accidentally scroll. Either it was intentional or it was accidental. If it was accidental, you just cut it off immediately. Oh fuck yeah, I forgot about that. And then you just go back and nothing really happened. You kind of just learned something from it, okay? But if it was intentional, if you sat on the couch like, I know I'm not supposed to scroll short form content. Fuck it, right? That's you intentionally scrolling. That's you intentionally like fucking up the challenge, right? That means you need to restart the 14 days of the layer that you were on. So if you've cut away all the layers and then you start watching short form content, that means you have like the whole onion is back. Your identity hasn't changed. So you have to go all the way back. If you cut away short form content and you cut away TV shows and you fuck it up, you start from the beginning, okay? That's very important because otherwise you're like, oh no, I'm gonna do it twice as hard tomorrow, I won't do anything. And then you try and do that and then you fuck up completely and then you just go back to your normal life. So don't do that, just restart to the position that you just did, right? So that's so what does it look, that was the intentional way. What is the accidental way? The accidental way is you waking up and then you just grab your phone and then you just start scrolling and you don't even think about it. Trust me, this will happen more than usual. That's why we need the first initial bit of friction so that you become mindful of it, right? So yeah, do that. That's the accidental. If it was intentional, restart to the position that you consumed in. If it was accidental, just keep on going. It's no problem because we will all have accidental. Don't be like, yeah, it was accidental, but shut the fuck up, right? Just, you know what it is. You're hopefully a little bit disciplined since you can watch all the way into a video like this. So the summary is accidental, keep going. If it was intentional, restart, okay? So this builds like honesty and it builds discipline. It keeps your identity intact. So just do it. It sets you up for the long term, okay? So stop chasing the instant money. Start building like the real wealth, if that makes sense. So make the habit intentional, not automatic. This is again about like the friction and everything like that. You want to stop the bad habits being unconscious and you want to make them conscious. The way that you make them conscious is by doing something that's not, it doesn't have to be a surprise. It just has to be something that's not usual. That could be, For example, with all of the friction stuff that we talked about. So here is some more like friction strategies. It's like delete the shortcuts from your phone. Set up 0-minute app blockers, 0-minute app timers. Sorry, so that when you have to open the application, you have to like click there and then click settings and then click there and give yourself some screen time. And then click OK and then open the app. Right? It's a little bit more, a few more steps, but just that little surprise will make you way more likely to not consume. So put on grayscale. It's what I use. It's very good for the identity change as well. Log out of like social media, move the apps, use a different phone layout. What I use, for example, look at this. I can't like do this. I have this thing which I disable. I can't remove this, but I have nothing. I have everything in folders, so it's boring. And that's another tip with the background. I will get to that. The real method is, again, just the substitution. It's the identity change. It's about changing yourself, but still being aligned to your current identity. So prime your environment for success. Grayscale on your phone, 0-minute app timers, app blockers, use on your phone, screen send, no scroll, the blog application. There's a fuck more, just download some. It's okay. Chrome extension on your PC. Download these 2 Chrome extensions for YouTube. This is very important. These 2 extensions will make YouTube almost unusable on your PC, but you can still use it kind of productively. I just have them on because I haven't closed them basically. So you download hide YouTube thumbnails. This will basically blur the thumbnail so that you don't get clickbaited. Hide YouTube thumbnails. Go on to the options of the app, click blurred, and then that's good. Then you download this other app called Unhook. 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 And then just put on almost everything. You can customize it. Put away the comments, put away the recommended videos, put away the home screen, put away the shorts, put away everything basically, right? So put a widget on your phone that displays your daily screen time. So you can see here 51 minutes because of the script. So I can just see my screen time constantly. It's like in my face, but obviously don't look at it as this like one-dimensional thing, right? So yeah, turn off all your notifications. I mean, everything. I don't have notifications on my phone. Remove the app, set up homepage so it's clean. Put up a long passcode. This is something that I've started to do. My passcode is 16 digits long. I have to literally do this whole like coding thing to get onto my phone. And it just in those positions where you just have a little bit of time, you're going to the toilet and you just can't be bothered to put in the code, and then you just don't scroll and you just have a peaceful shit and you can think about business or whatever you're doing, right? So you can also dedicate certain tasks for PC, etc., etc. And there are a lot more tactics. Again, I said I won't go that much into it. If you want like dedicated specific tactics and you want my personal help, first link in the description. So your actionable step is right now, like literally right now, you have to set up at least one of these like friction things. Either you set up 0-minute app timers on your phone, you set up the grayscale, you set up these things. And now that we're speaking here, I would say set up grayscale, set up the 0-minute app timers. It takes no time, just set it up, get it done now. If you don't do it now, you won't do it. So just do it now and then everything's good, right? How to change your identity and never fall back to consuming excessively again. So the goal isn't to just reduce your screen time. The goal isn't to just not scroll for a day. The goal is to become the person who doesn't feel like scrolling. It's the goal is to becoming the person who's kind of disgusted by it, right? Identity change, layer by layer, we cut away one layer, yada, yada, yada. So it works by not shocking your system. It doesn't feel that much of a difference, while it still feels like familiar, and you're becoming this new person with the new mindset of being, I don't want to reduce my screen time. I just want to become the person who's disgusted by wasting time on social media. And that's what we do by kind of doing this thing, etc. So your actionable step is imagine yourself being this new version of yourself. Think of yourself as the person who comes home from work and then you just sit down and read or some shit like that, because that's the most enjoyable thing that you can do. Imagine yourself coming home and then you take a shower while listening to an audiobook or some shit like that, right? So here is why identity is 10 times better than willpower. I'm just really trying to hammer this into your brain because there's so many misconceptions out there and this will just change your life. This is exactly why we focus on identity instead of focusing on willpower. So willpower runs out. On a day-to-day basis, willpower runs out. Or at least like it depends on if you think that you can build up willpower, etc., etc. Your willpower will drain day by day. So on a random day where you're tired, you're like frustrated at something, you have an argument with someone, you're drained from something unexpected, you had a long work day and you've resisted from a bunch of things, and then you come home and you're trying to do this whole willpower thing. You will come home, you'll sit on the couch and you will start scrolling, you'll fuck up, like you'll basically just fuck up, and then you'll just start scrolling, and you see what I mean. It's like willpower is so fickle, you'll mess it up. But with identity change, if imagine the exact same position, you come home, you're tired, but you are the kind of person who just doesn't scroll. You'll not have to resist. You just don't do it. I really hope you see the power in this. It's like, imagine you had alcohol at home, but you don't drink alcohol. You don't have to resist from it. It's just there. You're not resisting from it. It's the same with like short form content. It's just there. You're not resisting. You just don't watch it, right? It's not part of you. So another tip that I will give you just before we move on to step 3 is, if someone in real life shows you a piece of short form content, just watch it. Don't be weird. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to not look at it, etc., etc. Just view it. Just see it as you kind of walking on the street walking past someone who's smoking. It just happened to you. You could have maybe avoided it if you like went over to the other side of the street and then walked around them, etc., etc. But you will just make life fucking annoying for yourself. Yes, your friend shows you a video of, I don't fucking know, like some brain rot. Just watch it. It's like, it's all good. Or you could just, you see what I mean? It's just not that big of a deal. You only mess it up if you actually scroll on your own phone, right? So step 3, how to maintain for life. So this step is gonna help you never fall back to like consuming again. I'm 6 months in. Obviously I can't say that I will maintain this for life, but it's fucking easy. I prefer life so much more now that I don't scroll. I feel like I am the person, I can't imagine myself going like down to the couch and putting on a TV show. I can't imagine myself sitting on the couch scrolling short form content. It's just not me anymore. It's just not me. So I'm pretty confident that I can say that you can maintain this for life. So this is how you maintain for life. So you need to set proper rules for yourself, and this is how you do it. And the kind of rules for like the future, right? No matter what, short form content is a non-negotiable. You just don't watch that shit. There is no situation where short form content will have a positive impact on your life. Just never watch that shit, never watch it. And TV shows are bad, no matter what. I don't care in the future, when you have a wife, when you have kids, watching a TV show is objectively bad. There's no negotiating about it. Don't ever watch it. You can't convince yourself. Just tell your monkey brain, I know you say that this is probably a good thing. Just convince yourself, TV shows, short form content, nothing good about, never watch it. Movies are bad, except, this is what I wanted to get onto. Movies are bad, except if it's in like a social situation. If your friends are going to the movie theater and you really want to go, but oh yeah, no, I cut away that layer a long time ago, not watching movies. Go to the fucking movie theater with your friends. It's a social thing. It's not you sitting at home like eating like your dinner, just like watching a movie, right? Go to the movie theater with your friends. It's a social thing. Just fucking do it. Shut the fuck up, right? You can do that. The core rule that you need to set for yourself from now on into the future is, if you're doing something alone, then it's bad. If you're doing it with other people, then it's a good thing, but with the exception, if it's online, it doesn't matter. Don't watch a movie with your friends online. That doesn't count. It needs to be like actual like social thing, right? So I'll go over some examples. Anyway, I already did that. Don't ever mess with the friction we've set up. This is some important rules. If you set up a screen time blocker, keep it. If you set up like grayscale, keep it. If you turn off all your notifications, keep it. If you set up the long passcode, keep it. I actually think I will get to how you set up. Yeah, I will get to how you can set up a long passcode a little bit later. So keep the Chrome extensions on your PC. Keep the app blockers. Like keep the bad apps off your phone if you can. Just don't ever mess with the friction stuff, because that is what will like get to you in the end. When you can be conscious about it and make a conscious decision, it's basically when you turn off the like friction, that's giving your monkey brain power. It's literally your monkey part of your brain can make decisions for you where you can't. So keep the friction on your phone. Don't fuck with it ever. Just keep it on your phone, right? Because at some point, your monkey brain will say, yeah, oh yeah, I'm actually running a content agency. I'm actually looking into that. Maybe I should do some research. I should watch some shorts, and oh yeah, I'm doing some research about this business, and they're creating short form content. I need to watch all of that first. Then you watch that, and then the infinite scroll starts turning, and then you scroll, and then you just fall back to it. Just keep to your morals. These are like the core rules that you've set for yourself. Just keep them, right? Don't ever listen to that part of your brain. No, 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 no. Just keep at it, okay? So if in doubt about anything about how to reduce something and etc., go to the habit loop. So there are kind of 3 books that talks about this. There is The Power of Habit, there is Atomic Habits. I have Atomic Habits just behind me in my room. And this is kind of how you use the habit loop to kind of... So what is the habit loop? The habit loop kind of looks at a habit, good or bad, but in this instance, I'm looking at the bad habit. And you can kind of analyze the habit. How does it form? What is the like, etc., etc. So this is, I'll get to it. So if you ever get some temptations or you fall back to scrolling or whatever, you can go to the habit loop and kind of analyze it objectively. So there are 4 parts to the habit loop. There is the cue, the craving, the response, and the reward. So what are these things? What does it mean? The cue is it's like the trigger that gets you to do it. So for example, it could be you are bored sitting at your desk and you don't really want to do the work and you're bored. So that's the cue. The craving is you want some stimulation and you kind of want to escape the current position that you're in. The response is you open up Instagram and then you start scrolling. And the reward is now you don't feel bored anymore. You're stimulated and you're entertained and you're distracted from the position. So that's basically the 4 parts of the habit loop. So the way that we use the habit loop to actually get out of the position is we leverage the 4 inversions of the like principles, right? So we use make it invisible. That is to the cue part. Then it's make it unattractive. That is to the craving part. And difficult, that is to the response part. And make it unsatisfying is with the reward. So let's look at the first part, the cue. That was you sitting bored at your PC. Examples to making it invisible, which is the inversions of the law, could be you keep your phone in another room if you get tempted by just looking at your phone, which a lot of people do. It could delete the apps. When you can't click on the Instagram app, then you won't really scroll, but there are ways around it. You can just scroll through your browser. I've been there. Turning off all your notifications, that could be another thing of like keeping it invisible. You can just kind of think about what are my triggers. It's very difficult to remove all triggers, but you can do it in some ways. The second part of the crave is the craving. So the inversion of the law is making it unattractive. So a way you could make it unattractive is knowing all the consequences on beforehand. You know that, oh yeah, I'll have to reset my onion method, and oh yeah, it's messing up my attention span, and I'm gonna waste so much time if I do it, and I'll accidentally like fall into a rut, and this bad thing will happen, and this bad thing will happen, and I won't have clarity, and I won't be able to focus on my business probably. Just by you knowing that, you are going to make it like more unattractive. So the third thing is the response. This is what I usually focus on, and it is making it difficult. This is again with the friction. It is, for example, setting up app blockers. It is logging out of social media after every use. It's deleting it, whatever, all of these friction stuff. It is, for example, setting up a long passcode to your phone. I recommend everyone doing this. Just fucking do it, right? Muster up the discipline to do it. And if not, click on the first link in the description. I will force you to do it. And the last part is reward. Make it unsatisfying. So here's an example. It could be, for example, getting an accountability partner or a coach, or you can talk with your friends or family, or I don't fucking know. You can try and find someone in the comments if you want to. and you can have a punishment if you mess up. This goes into something called a commitment contract, which I will also get to a little bit later in the guide. So that's the last part. Hopefully, I've just went over this very shortly. You can just, if you want to analyze your bad habits, you can just at some point in the future think habit loop, just James Clear atomic habits, habit loop, etc. Just look at that, and that way you can actually analyze the bad habits. So how do you overcome the boredom from your new life? So a lot of people are very bored with this. It's like a lot of people are bored when they're scrolling content, and they're also just bored when they're trying to quit. So I'll give you a new mindset for this. It is a fundamental part of humans to feel bored. You could literally be snorting white powder, smoking weed, drinking alcohol, and scrolling short form content at the same time. But if you did that for a long enough period of time, you would feel bored by that. So just know that no matter to how much of an extreme you go, you will always feel bored. I feel bored in my day-to-day life. You feel bored in your day-to-day life. Just know that it won't make a difference. You will just briefly entertain and stimulate and alleviate that boredom from your life when you pick up your phone and start scrolling. It's not a temporary fix. You'll feel bored in 10 minutes either way. So that's kind of the way of thinking about it. Boredom is an inevitable thing of life. You can't get rid of it. So yeah, just know that if you scroll or don't scroll, you will feel bored either way. I haven't really found a way to not make it boring, except for actually using the onion method. It kind of makes it less boring and kind of setting it up in a gamified way with the onion method and setting up a map and everything like that. Do that. So how to stop picking up your phone for no reason. This is where we set up the long passcode. It won't help you stop picking up your phone for the rest of your life, but it will help. So why should you actually make a long passcode? So I have a 16-digit one. That's just because I can't make it any longer. At first I wanted to make it 30 digits, but 16 digits is fine. Why should you actually make a longer passcode? You have friction at the core. It's extra friction, and as we talked about, it will make all the scrolling intentional and not accidental. So it will add extra friction. It will enforce your new identity of being the person who doesn't really scroll that much. It will make it very inconvenient, which is just nice. When you're about to go to bed and you're brushing your teeth, you don't even feel like opening up your phone, so it's all good. And you don't, imagine my point. There's not really anything to do on your phone. It's fucking annoying to open up your phone. Your phone is in black and white. I know that I will have no notifications because I turned all that stuff off. Maybe I can look at some messages, etc. But it's just then you can just brush your teeth in peace, right? You're mindful when you open up your phone, which is a very important part. At least in the beginning. Obviously you can, after a month I could imagine, you would start. I've had it on for 2 weeks, I think, approximately. No one can hack it. Maybe they can, I don't know, it doesn't matter. So make it 16 digits, that's a sweet spot I found. Maybe you can make it 20, but just keep it at 16, right? So when making your long passcode, include the numbers 1, 3, and 7 so that you, especially in 1, because if you could imagine, you're opening up your phone, if you can have all the numbers just down here so you can open it very quickly, you kind of need to stretch your hand or maybe use the other hand so that it's more inconvenient. So just try to have at least some digits so that you have to go around the screen, and that way you also mess it up more frequently. So about 50% of my attempts when I'm trying to open up my phone, I mess up because it's just so difficult. I'm trying to open it up quickly, which will become a habit of yours as well. I'm trying to type it in, and then I fuck it up. Oh shit. And then I try it in, and then I fuck it up again, and then I type it in correctly, and then other times I do it correctly the first time. So it will make it way more. You'll fuck it up way more times, and I think it will go up exponentially the longer your passcode is. So yeah, don't make your code anything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, where you can just easily do it like that. Maybe you should also not do a 4, 6, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, but I could imagine how that would also be difficult. You have to count, you have to be 4, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, you know what I mean, right? So maybe it will actually make it harder. Just don't be an idiot with it. I feel like turning the passcode off, that's how you know it's a very like beneficial things. And it just feels way nicer to be in the real world. You don't have to go over the task of fucking opening up your phone, which is annoying. So make sure you can actually remember the code. If not, you're gonna be screwed. Write it down, have it somewhere where you can actually remember it. And here's another way where you can also, this is like another very small point I wanna get across on how you can stop picking up your phone constantly. And it's just negatively reinforce it. Tell yourself every time you do it, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to do it. I'm not the kind of person who just picks up my phone for no reason, yada, yada, yada. And it's actually very beneficial. Just if you have the mindset of negatively reinforcing it, eventually you will start to think more about it and you will pick up your phone way less. So tell yourself, why the fuck did I just do that? I'm not the kind of person that just picks up my phone like this. Why did I do it? Here's an actionable step for you. Try and imagine your life with a long passcode. Try and think about, oh yeah, what parts of my life would be different from it? And then just know life will probably be better if you do it, so just set it up. Here are some extra strategies for commitment and accountability. So the first thing is doing something called a commitment contract. So I talked about it very briefly, but I'll go over it. So in my life, I've made 3 different contracts, as you can see right here. I won't go over the specifics of them because some of it is very private and I don't want to talk about it. And other stuff, it is literally within the contract that you don't talk about it. So here's how you do it. If you mess up, you do X bad thing. And that's just like at the core of it. But don't make it so difficult. So let's make an example. If I, Jonas, you could be called anything else. If I, X the name, scroll short form content intentionally within the next 14 days, I will eat a raw onion in one sitting. That could be like a contract. And then you make like a signature and then you sign it. A very, very, very important thing is do not make it so difficult that you don't do it. I had a contract where it was actually a really difficult consequence. I had to give a stranger 400 euros. It's about 450 bucks. I messed up the contract and I had to do it and I did do it. So these contracts now will be so beneficial for me because I know I will actually do the consequence if I fuck it up. And just know, you are a bitch if you don't do the consequence. Don't set up. And also another thing, with the consequence, it does not work if you set up a consequence like, oh yeah, run 10 kilometers because you will be happy that you actually did run the 10 kilometers. I'm not happy that I gave like just 450 bucks away. I could have used that for, I don't know, buying a better camera, doing this thing or that thing, or buying some coaching or something like that. But I didn't. I gave it to a stranger. I have the exact same consequence on one of my other ones. So just, if you want to be sure that you don't fuck it up, just try and write a commitment contract like this. It truly works. I didn't think so much about it until I tried it and I was like, whoa, this shit actually works. So yeah, set it up. I learned it from one of my mentors, Kasparis. If you know him, he's a fucking G. But yeah, this is what you, so just write this specifically. If I scroll short form content within the next 14 days, I eat a whole onion in one sitting, boom, signature, boom, until the last day, etc., etc. That's what you do, and then you just have a very small commitment and you'll make sure that you don't fuck it up, right? And make sure you write intentionally, because if you accidentally scroll, you could also just if I scroll and then put up a lot of friction and everything like that. So the other thing is like accountability, which is another important part of it. You need to be accountable to yourself. But more importantly, you need to be accountable to other people. It could be you're accountable to me. Again, I said it first link in the description. Or you could be accountable to someone in the community. You could be accountable to a friend. You could be accountable to a family member. Just the accountability will make, like, in terms of the habit loop, it will make the reward way less. It will make the reward way less appealing. It will make it way less unsatisfying. And also, it will make the second part, the craving, more unattractive, because you know, oh yeah, fuck, I have to do this bad thing. I'll have to eat an onion. I don't want to do that. It's disgusting. I'll have to text my friend that I did this, and I will have to, you know what I mean, right? So that's the accountability. So Your actionable step is thinking of a consequence you could put on your contract. Maybe you don't want to eat an onion, maybe it could be something different, but it needs to be something that you genuinely don't want to do, and it needs to be something that is easy to the point that you know that if you actually fuck up, you will do it. For example, if you say, oh yeah, if I mess up, I will drink a liter of paint. You won't do that because it's fucking stupid, right? So also don't do something where the next day you're happy that you did it. I'll probably, if I ate this onion in one sitting, I wouldn't be happy about it. I would just think, sucks that I had to do that, etc., etc. So make it that. So here is the 14-day challenge to get you started. So look at the date right now. So for example, for me, I'm recording this on the 24th of July, 2025. I would look at my calendar. It is Thursday for me, so I would look into 2 Thursday into the future. That's approximately, I think that's the 7th of August. So I would put on my calendar 7th of August, end of 14-day challenge. And at that point, you can either choose to put this all together. Maybe I don't want to reduce my screen time, but you will. But it's just to make it mentally easy for you to say that it's not forever, it's just for 14 days. And then you can cut away the next layer, right? So do that, look at your calendar, when it's 2 weeks in the future, set that up, make sure you're cutting away the most damaging thing, and that's all you have to think about. And if you mess up, remember the intentional versus automatic, set up the friction, yada, yada, yada. If it was automatic, just get straight back to it, nothing happened, it's all good. Except if you said something different in your commitment contract. And if it was intentional, either restart the 14 days, make sure you do your consequence, text it to your accountability partner, etc., etc. Do the accountability, fuck, all that stuff, right? And the actionable step is just start. There's no more excuses. We're coming to an end on this full guide. I will give you no more help except if you click the first link in the description. And I want to ask you a favor now. If you do have a friend, you have a business partner, you have someone who you know are struggling with screen time, please send this video to them. It will change their life. You know how much this video will help you. You fucking know it. You know this is the right way of going about it. So if you send this video to them, there is a high likelihood that they then watch it. That will boost the algorithm, that will help more people, and you will get a fuck ton of goodwill from your friend because he's like, oh yeah, shit, he actually, like, you will like kind of get some of the credit for actually helping your friend reduce your screen time. So please send it to them. And again, if you are an entrepreneur and you're struggling with screen time and you want my help with it, click on the first link in the description. See if you qualify. Just put it in. It doesn't matter if you think you don't. Just put it in. See if you do. And have a good rest of your day. See you, brother.